Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your WREXfast Club daily news and update show. The latest news. Yeah, I just fucked that up. Let's try that again. I'm going to go out. I'm going to come back in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Latest news and update show, the WREXfast Club. Yes, and as you can see on the thumbnail, it says I sound like a hot jock. Like I'm just trying to sell ad space for a middle of the road a place in, oh God, what's going on here? How's everyone doing today? I'm sorry, I'm doing two things at once. Trying to sell ads here for like a coffee bar. How's everyone doing? As you can see on the thumbnail, it says Dalby debate. Yes, I had too many DMs tonight. Too many DMs tonight about Sam Dalby the last couple of days. I want to talk about it, but yes. Anyways, hey Ashley, how you doing, brother? And everyone's in the house as well. They're all coming in. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday, January 2nd. But yes, this is the WREXfast Club, and I'll take off the shock jock, voice. But tonight, Sam Dalby scored again, and again, I had to have my say. I even wrote notes down tonight. I actually wrote notes down tonight, but this is going to be part of the conversation for the WREXfast Club this evening. And Ashley Wilson, who is a Posh fan, we are going to go up against them this weekend. So good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. PCH Scuba's in now. Steve Barton's here. Dan's here. Drew's here. Sterner Combat Bet Work. Nikki's here. So get into the live chat. I want to know what Wayne's also here. Good day. Get into the live chat. I want to hear what everyone has to say about the Sam Dalby debate, but I'm going to have my say. And again, I did take some notes. Apologies. I was doing two things in there. Welsh Techie, my God. Don't do it. Don't do it. Patty Power is in there. I might even drop it into the chat and have people come in and have their say, but I'm going to have my say first because here's the thing. It wasn't so many months ago. I'm going to tell you, I actually took notes for this. Patty's here. Welsh Techie's here. Yo, more than welcome to come in. Let me just have my say real quick. And then if anyone wants to come in and have their say, happy to have it. Happy to have the chat because I think it has to be said. All right. So I'm going to read from my notes. And again, I don't always do notes. And Steve Barton, thank you for the 5 Local Pundit memberships. Absolute legend of the chat. Absolute legend of the channel. We really appreciate it. Let us know who got those. So, and then, all right, here it is. So here's my Dalby debate decision, what I have going on here. And I'm going to read from my notes. So the risk is when you take a player on loan, you're speaking about Dundee, there's a risk that he could be called back. Okay. And now we're in that position right now. We are in that position right now. Sam Dalby has played 17 games and has 10 games and has 10 goals in that return. Great goal tonight, 88th minute. Awesome. Great. Fans are loving him. You got to ask the question tonight, and I'll show you that in a second here too. So we can't complain about his return, but there's things that are going on. It's like we wanted him to go out. Wrexham wanted him to go out and perform for a couple reasons, right? Maybe call him back, or maybe get his price tag up. And listen, I have quotes in here from everyone. There's everyone to the dog catcher and everybody saying Sam Dalby, who gives a shit, myself included. Let him go. He can go for a bag of balls and a pint. Because nobody wanted him. And now it's like having your ex go out and really perform or meet someone with, a little more attractive, a little more famous, has a little more money than you, and you're like, oh shit, I want him back. But that is the risk you take in this game. And it's a fair one. It is a fair one. So I fully agree with that. Here's a couple of factors here. Again, 17 games played. He's got 10 goals. It's a great return. And honestly, we wish we had it here. And I think we are on our way to doing that until JM went down. Unfortunately. Okay. Paul Mullen hasn't quite hit the highs yet. Our fucking Max Cleworth has 6 goddamn goals. Max Cleworth, the 22-year-old hostage video yesterday, shouldn't have been doing the interview after the loss, has 6 goals. Okay. Come on now. How many does Palmer have up front? I don't know, maybe 2. Okay. He's okay. But moving on, I'm going to continue with the notes, and then I'm going to open this one up because I see that there's some folks in here too. Okay, great return. Wish we had it here. Everyone's so happy with him, but I can quote many people, like I said, that they didn't love Sam Dalby. I had thought that maybe he would get some play here, but he didn't. He went out alone, and I think he's doing well. I'm so happy for him. I think what I think we should do is celebrate his success from afar. Let him go and do his thing. I'm sure he wants to continue with his loan. Let him strive. Wrexham is a big club. The shirt weighs very heavy. Okay, so maybe he's 25 years old. Let him go do his thing. And what I think we need to do is act like a big club, and we need to go sign a goal scorer. But I'm concerned. Here's my concern: is that Parkinson is not going to go out and sign a goal scorer, and he's going to bring Sam Dalby back. And I think that's the wrong decision. I also think Parkinson doesn't just look at the player. As just a player, he looks at him as a person. He wants him to be successful. So maybe there's that point where he's going to struggle with that, and he's going to say, "Hey, listen, he's doing really well up there. I know I really care about him as a person. So maybe he'll let him stay." So I don't know, but we have players coming back. The JM might be coming back in like maybe the next month or so. Paul Mullen hopefully will come in, but more to the point, I believe that Parkinson needs to look in the mirror a little bit too about what's going on up front. There were rumors about that Palmer didn't come back out after he yanked at halftime. I don't know the situation there. I know Techie was there. I know Matt was there. Okay, I don't know the situation, but if they had a dust up, they had a dust up. Well, it's because you played like shit. And I'm sorry, he does a job. I'm over that, and I know I got at it with some of the people, but I think Parkinson needs to look in the mirror in certain ways and understand that we can't have our 22-year-old center half having 6 goals and no one up front scoring goals. It's just not going to happen. Elliott Lee has 7. He's injured. But anyways, again, this is going on back to the Dalby thing. It's like having him go out and do very well and looking at your ex and like, oh, I should have paid more attention to them, but there's systems. There's less pressure on him up there. So, and I know everyone's talking about in the chat, say recall and sell. Fine. If that's it, recall and sell him back to Dundee. But don't fuck up this guy's season, because if he comes back here, we're going to expect him. Somebody said he comes back and scores 20 goals this season for Wrexham. We don't play that way. We do not play that way. That said, Wrexham are in a win-win situation. He does well. We recall him. We sell him. We get the money for him. I think it's at $275K. Let me see right here. Here it is, $275K. Yeah, $275K. Fine. That's not a huge return, but but at least it gets us some money, and we can go and move on. I think we need to start acting like a big club, and I know he's doing well, and we're all celebrating him. But 3 months ago, we were all slagging him off. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. But I'll say that clearly, we need goals. It's like also too, Sam Dalby's like the backup quarterback. He's like the backup quarterback on any NFL team. He's the most popular guy on the team because he didn't fuck up. And the guy out there who is fucking up, he's like, oh, get him out. Try the backup. Try Hostetler, whoever, behind Phil Simms. Give him a go. But so I see him as like the backup quarterback. I'm very happy for him. But everyone out here saying, Sam Dalby, yeah, he's the savior. We need to look in the mirror. So look at it this way. Go let him enjoy himself. Go let him enjoy his football, and let's get some money for him. Let him go play and act like a big club on our end, and go put money into the market and go get someone who's going to deliver. That also, too, Parkinson needs to bring someone in, needs to play them. I don't know if he's going to do that. I personally think that even if we get somebody, I don't know if we'll play him. I really don't. I have no idea. So that's my clear say on that too. I had a couple more here. JM's coming back. Moles is getting sharper, not scoring. And we have money to spend in January if Parkinson wants it. I'm not 100% sure of the contract situation, but somebody mentioned on the show today, I was listening to it afterwards, they got a decision made after 12/7, and that was on the CBS. So we'll see what happens. My take, leave them there or bring them and sell them to them and just get it off our plate. And let's go get something that what we need. So again, and I will open this up if anyone wants to come in and have their say, because you know what? I think it's the debate that we're having. And I think also too, that we also need to look in the mirror at ourselves. Like if we're celebrating him because we want him back, awesome. But 3-4 months ago, we were like, he's terrible. Bag of balls, sell him. Bag of balls. Do that. Let's get into some of your chat. And again, thank you, Steve Barton, absolute legend of the chat. I know, there you go. Patty's in the house, as he was. He was having a debate earlier. Dundee United, lots of Wrexham fans get really pissy if you post Dundee instead of Dundee United. Okay, there's one right there. But Patty did recall and sell. Welsh Techie says, yo. DJ says, he's doing great where he is. Maybe leave him there. He isn't a championship material anyway. Well, he's definitely Scottish Premier level. Let him go up there and play. But I know the problem is we are struggling for goals, and that's on the system, on what we're doing in regards to trying to knock balls down, hit long balls. But still, we're in third right now, which is great. But if we want goals, don't think Dalby's the situation. But I also think we are being hypocrites for the fact of the matter is like Dalby's kicking ass. We got to bring him back in January. Stop. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. I have the receipts, and myself too. I don't want him back. I don't want him back. I want to sell him, make a little bit of money, and go get another player, because act like a big club. How are you? Ashley's here. Hey, Chicky Brewer. Recall and sell. Steve Barton says Patty called it. Evening all. What's going on, Josh? Yeah, the hostage video yesterday. I'm just saying the hostage. I don't mean that. Yeah, he didn't. Max did not look comfortable doing the interview after the loss yesterday, and he shouldn't have done that. It should have been the captain. He looked, and I know he handled it well. He'll probably be a future captain, but he did not need to do that. I know he scored, which is great, but we lost the goddamn game. Marie's in the house. How are you? Claire, Marie, definitely recall and sell. Probably Dundee United. He seems happy there. He does seem happy there. And I do have this. I don't know if I can do. Let me see if I can get this up here. Look at this. Watch. Here you go.
It's big derby, obviously scored the winner. It's a great feeling to get 3 points. It's obviously massive, and yeah, it's just a great feeling, really. You're the fans singing your name at the end as well. How special does all this feel to you? Yeah, you know, even like throughout the game, just hearing that, it always makes you think you're going to score. So it's obviously a great feeling. What's the key about patience? You had 1 or 2 sniffs in the first half, just always believing that those chances would come and you'd stick them away like you have all season. Yeah, you know, first half I felt like I should have had a goal and I just put it past the post. So just as soon as I seen Holty go down the line, don't really know what he's doing there, but as soon as he's going down the line, I just thought getting the 6-yard box and I've got to tap him. I'm sure you can worry more about your future in the coming days, but they love you here. How do you feel about what the next couple of weeks might have in store for you? Yeah, obviously I have no idea what's happening, to be honest with you, but obviously I'm enjoying it here, and it's a great set of lads and a great set of fans, so yeah, just happy to be here. Given it wasn't... There
you go. Great set of... They're singing his name. By the way, he's got stitches in his eyebrow there. He's got stitches. He's playing there too. He seems happy. And like I said, Parkinson doesn't just talk about the player, talk about the man. So I think that if we bring him back, I think it's... And I said it at the top. I think it's a bit selfish, and we own him. He's our player. I get it, but I think it's a bit selfish. And I think it's, why did we send him up there to go and perform, to maybe bring him back? But he didn't perform here. Why go backwards? And I think just let him go and do his thing, and we can go do our thing. And I think the bravery would be for Parkinson to look himself in the mirror and say, shit, we need to figure something out up front that isn't here. Go into the market or try something different up front. I think that's the bravery that Parkinson needs to take on himself for this team, and not to call Sam Dalby back. And I could be totally wrong. And everyone in the chat, I dropped it in there. You want to have your say? Come in and have your say. John says, evening from a Blue Nose and Happy New Year. Good to see you. Is he out of contract at the end of the season? And Welshek said, yes, he is. No option. No, he could walk away, which is why I think you'd have to bring him back, because 6 months out, you can talk to other teams and he can sign a contract for the summer. So the smart thing would be to recall, sign a contract, and sell him now. But I don't know if that's going to happen, or we lose him for free. We have no, and you just said right there, he has no idea what's happening. Well, John says, well, I hate to say it, you aren't going to get any money for him. Agreed. Yeah, he could walk away right now. So if it's true about the 7th, what they said on the CBS, on CBS during the game, then we could be shit out of luck, and we might have shot ourselves in the foot. So we'll see what happens. But I'm saying, let the man go play. If you're going to recall and sell him, do it. That we can do it. Well, Shecky says the problem is Parky likes him, so he may try to offer him something. So who has the advantage? Obviously, the club. They can call him back and say, "Shit, man, you got to come back and play for us." And then you got to put him out there. He's going to put pressure back on him, which we don't need. Which he doesn't need. He's gonna. And then if there's a dust up going on, if there was a dust up going on at Palmer, you're just going to create a little bit more friction. Which is why I'm so concerned that Parkinson won't go into the market, because he doesn't want to create friction, and he's not going to play them anyways. He's stuck in his systems. But I want to have your say. I like it. Happy for Dalby. The loan has clearly worked wonders for his confidence. Absolutely. And I think it's great. Wayne says not wanting to spend crazy money is why we are where we are up front. The shackles might have been off for the spending now, so it might change. January transfer window is very, very difficult, obviously, to get guys in. But we shall see. Spend the money now and help us go up. Wickham's getting rated back for some of their loan players, and Birmingham too, Stockport, all of them. So there's an advantage there, but everyone else is going to go strengthen too. We need to strengthen. The warning signs were there in that game the other day. We battled back, had a great second half, but shit, man, we need to improve. So you got to kind of stay. You got to stay ahead. You got to stay up with the Joneses. But again, I'm very happy for Dalby. But don't make no mistake. All of you out there were saying Dalby was crap. 3 months ago, myself included. So don't start just rah, we need Dalby back. Bullshit. Yeah, bullshit. Ashley says, I need to hop off, but we are effed on Saturday. No clean sheets all season. Well, Ashley, good luck to you on Saturday. I hope you lose at a minimal pace, and we hope we beat you. But you're a good dude, and always welcome on the show. Happy to talk to you afterwards, too. Aaron says he's playing Palmer role for Dundee. They play very similar to us. Long balls up to the big man. Okay, Aaron, come in. You have the link. You can come in and have your say. If that's what you got. You want him back? Tell me why. Just because of the long balls? That's awesome. But I disagree. Let him go up there and stay. Agreed about the interview. Completely correct. Talking about that's the Max interview. What's the deal with Jordan at Grimsby? He is out of contract at the end of the season. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Are you talking Jordan Davies? I have no idea. Let him stay down there. We don't want to sign Jordan Davies. And what? Maybe he's 100 grand. Doesn't matter. So are you telling me you want Palmer over Dalby? No, I don't want Palmer over Dalby. I don't want Palmer. I'm sick of Palmer. I'm sick of the Palmer debate. I'm over it. I'm completely over it. But I'm saying that Parkinson's not going to change. So what am I arguing about it anyways? Just it's a dumb argument for me to put out there. So if I keep saying, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this, he ain't going to do it. He's not going to do it. And fair enough. The results are there. So what's the point of saying I want X, Y, and Z player over? He's not going to do it anyways. He's not going to do it anyways. But do I think Palmer is a better option than Dalby? I don't know at this point. I really don't know. Robbie Evans says, need to spend some of that 3.4 billion in the transfer window. I agree with you. Aaron says, if we can't get someone else in the window, bring Dalby back for the rest of the season. Wouldn't be a terrible option. It wouldn't be a terrible option, but I don't think it's the right option. I don't think it's the right option. I really don't. I really don't. Football is a selfish sport. Absolutely agree from SoCal. And a player in his last 6 months holds all the cards. You as the club are hold none now, sadly. Yes. We might lose him on a free. We might. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, thank you, DJ. JB65. How you doing? Good to see you. Always my favorite. And raid for our loan players. Is there another Birmingham you've been following? I meant Wickham. Not Wickham, my friend. Wickham. And PCH Scuba says, shouldn't we be building a championship club and should be dominant in League One? Yes, that's why I believe the Dalby situation is not there. But Parkinson is a man who's stuck in his ways. No one wants to come talk to me, by the way. No one wants to come talk. I dropped it in there. Amazing. Parkinson's stuck in his ways. So we just need to take that into consideration. You know, we might see the flaws here and there, but Parkinson is definitely stuck in his ways, which is fine. It does work most of the time. Raid. Okay, I read that one. Jordan Davies. Yes. Lots of talk on Twitter that Wrexham opponents have found a weakness on our right side. Well, Marie from SoCal, that's the other thing I would love to talk about. It's our right side, down our left on our right side. Yeah, down our left on our right side. There has been a weakness there. And Techie and I talked about it yesterday. They're attacking Max. They're pulling the ball back. You put a carbon copy goal every single the last I don't know 5 games. Those are the goals we've given up. Down the left side, our right side, pull the ball back and get into the back of the net. Easily there. That's every single time. So Bree, you're sharp. Here it is. I would love to come on with you, but I'm still in Florida on vacation. Good, man. You enjoy your vacation. I love Aaron, man. I hope you're having a good time with the family. Tell the kids and everyone in the family I said what's up. How much say does Parky have in the transfer window? What about the club leadership? Question: can they override Parky decision? Okay. Patty's coming on in 2 minutes. All right, let me know. Patty's coming on in 2 minutes. How much say does Parky have in the transfer window? Question mark. Probably a lot. He had said, I think in an interview recently. Oh Jesus. No, get this out. Sorry, let me get rid of this. How do I get out of this? How do you delete things out of here? God damn it. Well, that's not going up. Sorry about the Discord. I don't know how to delete this. Shit. Anyway, all right, I'm going. So he has a lot to say. He doesn't get the owners involved until there's actually a deal in place. So, and this is from, I think this is out there publicly, and also that's what Humphrey told me when we saw him at the Cosm. So he probably has a lot to say. He probably has all the say until. So there's obviously changes happening at the club. Michael's in there, but I think he has a lot to say. So and that's why my concern is that he's not going to make a move because he feels comfortable. I actually think he's going to stay pat. I have a sneaky feeling he'll stay pat. I really do. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. Okay. What about the club leadership? They have a lot to say when it comes to, like, get to a certain point, you identify a player, then go make the decision. Okay. So I think there's that. So there's a 2 level there. Parky has a lot to say, and then boom, you go up, then we do it. And by the way, I don't know how to get rid of this guy in the chat, Rob Discord, but I can't delete it. I don't know how to get it out of there. So I apologize on that. Stop spamming the fucking chat. We need moderators. And can they override Parky's decision? I don't know if they would. Rob and Ryan have come out and said several times that, they rely on Parkinson to deal with the football parts of things, and they're the ones that kind of take a back seat to that. I see Patty in the background. You come in whenever you want, brother. All good. Barnsley, massive. Yes, there you go. Harvey Thorpe loved it. And I will say, John is probably right about the compensation for Dalby. We probably won't get anything from his, considering he's out of contract at the end of the season. Yeah. Patty, just come in whenever you want. You know what you're doing. There you go, brother. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
New microphone. Just checking.
Okay. Well, test again. Go.
Hello.
Yeah, got you. Good. What up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, I had to come in and talk about this.
I would. You guys were blowing up my shit, and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's have this debate. And everyone else is welcome too, but I think this is something we need to talk about. Go on. You got the floor.
Well, there's a few different options as far as the club is concerned, obviously. Yep. They said before on Welcome to Wrexham that they'll do what's best for the player and their career. That they'll let people go, blah, blah, blah. If they want to go, whatever, then that's fine. That's what they'll do. So if they want to follow that protocol and Dalby's happy where he is, then they should leave him there, leave him on loan, and just bite the bullet for whatever the cost is, because he's going in the summer anyway.
Yep.
Now, the other side of that coin is, if you want, hey Aaron, if you want to be run as a club and get value where you have value, and if that's more important than your players, then you do turn around to them and say, okay, buy him.
Yeah.
Let's come to an agreement. We want something.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily have to be much.
Yeah.
But if we get him off the books now, instead of paying his wages or half the wages or whatever the deal is, plus whatever, 100 grand, 200 grand, whatever you think.
Yeah, I think it's two. They had 275. Whether that's accurate, who the fuck knows, right? Who knows?
Yeah, so look, whatever. Even if you are nice about it and drop it down a little bit and say, okay, he's no longer on the books, no more wages, throw in 100 grand, 150 grand, so be it. Done.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it. The other way of doing it is we now see value in him because he has proved there is value there. You went out on loan, you got what you wanted, you got yourself in the front window, the shop window, which is what Dalby needed before leaving us, because he wants to get himself a deal, and he will now get himself a decent deal in the summer if he doesn't get one from Dundee United. And they may be waiting till the summer to give him a decent deal without any charges or whatever.
No transfer fee. It's just
no transfer fees. Exactly. So they're getting what they want. Where are we getting what we want?
Well,
what we want is half wages. Okay. And you get the shop window. And if you get the shop window and make money for yourself, then potentially you make money for us. But the flip side of that is, if you want to play that sort of hard ball, what you need to do is you need to turn around to Dalby and Dundee United and say, he is now worth something. Do a deal or he's coming back. And you say to Dalby, there is no place in the team for you. We're going to take you back and we're going to sit you for 6 months. And then you get whatever you get in the summer. And this is how it works.
So here on that, who do you think the club is really? Publicly, we really care about, really care. That's my concern there. Who are we really? And I think this is a situation, like they're saying, that it needs to be like, who are we? What are we going to do? I wonder who we are.
Yeah, and that's what they need to decide. Like, is it worth I'm always worried about the negative spin cycle.
Sure.
Like if we bring him back, play hardball, sit him for 6 months because he's not particularly useful to us. It will look bad.
It will look horrible. I don't think they'll do. I hope they don't do that.
And it is what it is, and other players need to be aware of that.
What do you think?
And look, it's fine if he wants to do that.
What do you think?
Obviously, he should wait. He should wait till the summer.
Oh,
and he should go and get himself a deal.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But if we are not willing to do stuff like that, then we're going to become a bit of a soft touch. And do you think that's not out there as well for other teams when they come looking for our players, or for when we come looking for their players? Oh, they're a soft touch. They're easy. They're too nice to their players. Yeah. They'll spend more. They'll give you a better deal. Do you think the players are not going to think that?
Well, I think you said it, and now Aaron's saying it too. We should have got him on a longer deal before he went out. Top scorer in the Prem, worth not millions, but like, I'm just saying. By the way, everyone's saying hello to you, Patty. Good to see you, Carol. They're all saying
hi, guys.
Yeah, hey, everyone. Shea Daddy. Who else is there? Esteban. Yeah, Patty's here. What's going on, Patty? Did we screw up?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I think we need to take it on the chin. He was not the type of player that we were going to use in our setup. He's still not the type of player. I do not want him back. And I'm sorry to say that. Like, people had said, let him go and let him try somewhere else, because there's the bones of a player there. And he may prove himself elsewhere, but he is not working for what we're doing. And if he comes back, he still won't work. I guarantee you.
It's a system thing too, and
it's a system thing. And people said that before we let him go. You have to send him out there to a different team with a different system.
Yeah, let him have that. Let him see what's up. That's up to him. We're all like, Sam Dalby. Yeah, Sam. Fuck, are you kidding? It's 3 months, even myself included. I was like, fuck this. No way. He's not good enough. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? And Washtucky says, 2 words, Sean Harvey. There will be no soft touch. I'm going to bring in Marie for the continue the chat. Hey, Marie, how are you?
Good. How's it going?
Well, hey,
happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, happy New Year.
I don't think we should bring him back, but let me ask you something. All of this was said before we had our striker dilemma, and on the last game, do you think he would have had Dalby on the bench or Bud Bartson?
For me, I thought he had Dalby on the bench. I don't know, Patty.
He would have put Dalby on the bench. I don't think it's the best thing for Dalby, but I agree with Patty. This is a business, and I know the owners were very, we want to do what's good for everybody, but it's a business, and they said all that before they've had the new CEO and everybody's in place to run the team. Okay, now I'm hoping what they'll do is talk to Dundee United and say, look, let's do this the easy way. We just want a little bit of money, have them. Let's everybody save face here. It's all yours. Just, come to a little bit of a deal. And it doesn't have to, it's not 250,000, whatever, and let the guy go and shine wherever he's going to be.
Well, also, this is a small sample size of him. This is a very small sample size of.
It is, but he's done. I mean, think of what Wrexham has done in media, right? So right now, he has the football world looking at him, thinking, "Oh, this guy's got some potential," right? He's got the media behind him. He's got the Dundee fans behind him, and he's got some of the Wrexham fans behind him. So come to a deal, small amount, off you go, hun. Have a nice life in Scotland. But if Dundee is pulling like, well, we'll wait for the 6 months. Dundee now is looking where they could be playing in Europe if they just push a little bit, right? So they need this guy. He's scoring for them. So he's worth money to them to stay the rest of the season, not to wait to the end of the season and he's gone. He's back with us sitting on the bench.
Well, they're third. They're third in the league, guys.
Yeah, because of that last win. So but they've got time, right? Things can happen. They need to keep him. He's worth money to them. He's not He's not necessarily worth anything to us, right? Except to sit on a bench, if he's lucky, especially if we get a striker through the transfer window. So it's just make the cheap deal, Wrexham, get a little money, let him go. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, there's a way to market and spin this for some value. And the value of his 50% wages, if that's all we can get, is you hide the transfer fee value. Make it an undisclosed, make it 10,000 if you want, make it, virtually nothing. Hide it, and then turn around and say, we got a good deal. We sold him to Dundee United.
There you go.
And he's doing really well. We wish him all the best.
Everybody's happy.
Everyone wins, but we're in danger. By the way, well, it's not the agent that's going to negotiate. It's not the club. It's not club to club. So it's the agent. But are we in a risk right now? This is what I'm thinking about too. Because I think we all agree we want to let him go. Okay, and let him go. Are we at risk of getting him lost on a free if he refuses it, or do you who's going to pull on those strings? Because at the end of the day, Patty said this is a fucking business. You know what I mean? It's a business.
It's a business. It's a business.
The agent is probably telling him, do not do a deal now. Wait till you're free in the summer. You will end up getting more, because in his case, maybe it's his weekly wage he wants to increase. To something reasonable.
Right. But Patty,
and a different club might come in for him as well. Like, if he can finish out this, and this is the point, if he can finish out this season as the top goal scorer, he will be valuable. He will have increased his value a lot for the summer. And this is where clubs have to play hardball, in that, okay, you don't want to work with me right now. That's why I'm going to bring you home and sit you.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to let you be the top scorer for an entire season and bring up all your market value if you're not going to work with us. And that's why in the end of contracts, you do see players basically riding the bench for their last 6 months, because they're not going to be part of the team. And that's it. And
how
the point
old is Dalby?
25. 25.
So he's got his agent in his ear telling him all of this, right? And so in that interview where he says, "Well, I don't know what's going on," bullshit. He knows.
Of course he does. Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
Exactly what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Hip Karma says, "I'm happy for Dalby. Let him go where he's celebrated rather than where he's tolerated." Well, that's what I was saying too. And I don't want to be an ass, but everyone was like, myself included, was like, "Oh, he's terrible. He sucks." Blah blah blah. I was like, it's true. Now we're like, Sam Dalby. I'm like, that's not the answer. It's so fair weather, and I know, but let him go. Let him go. And I think it's a bad decision to do that. Sorry, Patty.
He's not our answer, and I kind of wish Aaron did have the time to come in here, because he was saying in the comments that they play the same style as us.
Right.
Well, their last match just happened last night. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 with Sam Dalby up front in the front row. So it's not the same style. It's similar. Look, it's the same idea, but they're playing the ball in as well. They're not
Aaron should come in because he's in Florida, so he has internet access. So he definitely should come in for a little while.
He should. I mean, now we're calling him out. And he said,
Come on, Aaron.
Come on, Aaron. They're running a business too. They need to not be willing to pay anything for a guy that can't get free in a few months. I'm concerned that we put ourselves in a backward situation. But I also think this goes back, and I was saying there too. This looks Parkinson right in the face of what are you going to do? Okay. And everyone, we need goals. Okay. Palmer's not the key to goals, but everyone loves him because he goes up and does a job. And yes, when Mullen and him play together, that we usually win the game. But I think this is a look in the mirror moment for Parkinson. What he's going to do.
It's more than that with what's happened the last little while. If you watch it, and everyone's saying on Twitter, they're saying our right side, so it's Max's side. And I did put in the chat, do you think since Max got hurt, it shook his confidence a little bit? But so now we've got the defense the defense isn't working as well, right? We were keeping clean sheets, but now we're not. So we definitely need more strikers, because now opponents are going to be scoring against us, I think. So we definitely need strikers, but yeah, we're getting ourselves into a really bad situation here.
I actually want to have Patty's take on that too, because you're talking about that our coming down our left on our right. I mean, I don't know with Max.
Yeah. So which part of it?
On Twitter, Patty, they're saying that our opponents have figured out, and they're coming. The goals that have been scored have been coming down a Max's side.
But not only on Twitter, on the local pundit, we were saying it every game.
Yeah, but it's more than just you. It's like everybody's starting to say that, and they're saying that opponents have figured that out, and that's where they're scoring on us.
Yeah, it is too early to say on that one though, because the same is true for the other teams. I don't think other teams change up their play that much either. For as much as people like to pretend, oh, the other teams like they play different ways for different teams. They do to a certain degree, probably more so than Parky. You know, he doesn't change it up that much, but I don't think it's massive. We've seen them play. We've played them as well. I'm not as worried about it at the moment.
Patty, we've been getting rinsed down that side. Rinsed. It's the same goal over and over again.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a Barney thing? Do you think it's a Mac thing, or do you think it's but like it's the same goal over and over again?
I think Barney has been getting a little bit big-headed. A little bit. I can do everything. Now look, he's doing it. In other matches, he's doing it at different times, but it is leaving a bit of a gap behind him, and it defensively it is leaving him.
That last game, it would have been 3, and Barney's the one that saved it after Max let go.
Yeah, so like that's the double side of Barney. There's always pros and cons. Same thing we're saying about Scar and O'Connell and stuff. You know, O'Connell has different strings to his bow, but he leaves defensively open at times. He might help us in the attack, but it's pros and cons. Same with Barney. Barney has been getting goals. He's been getting the crosses in, and it's been working. But now we're starting to see a little bit of frailty. That if they double mark him, and then if they get in behind him when he's caught up the front, then that's what we can do.
I would say this, and everyone's going to shoot me on this. I would just change the fucking formation. I really would change it but play a 4-4-2, 4-3-3, something.
Yeah, that's going to be rough at this point of the season.
I know. I'm just saying, but it's so obvious. It's so obvious to me. I don't know why. I could be totally wrong, but I would change. I would change it for him. You're never going to do it. So it's like worse as we're talking about it. Aaron says the other thing about Dalby is he may want to come back, especially after the run he has had in Scotland, to take Palmer's spot.
I think that's the only case where I would maybe go back on what I said about Dalby coming back to the team.
Okay.
That's the only scenario I personally would consider it. If he actively wants to come back to the team, knowing how we play, knowing what's been asked of him by Parky, and he thinks that, with the time he's had, with the minutes he's had, with the confidence he now has, if he wanted to come back and try that role and Parky was willing to do it, I would say, okay, that's the scenario, you take him back.
I mean, that's a good strategy for Dalby, because he would get more visibility with Wrexham than he does with Dundee United, right? Everyone would be talking about it. And if he can finish out the last few months at a good clip, he's going to be worth more money to whoever. To whoever.
Yeah, but that's the risk versus reward scenario, where are you going to change something? We know some things are not working perfectly for us, but we haven't gone on that big losing streak yet. Things haven't changed enough. We are still where we are. So if you majorly change something, like you're saying about the formation, if we decide now to make a formational change, the upside is a couple of extra points and being closer to the top 2, which are already there. But the downside is if that doesn't work, we can plummet down the league as well. And same thing. That's why I see Dalby.
Yeah, it's a dumb comment from me too, because he's not going to do it. So
and I don't think they should change the formation.
Yeah, but I say the same thing now for Dalby coming back to Wrexham. I don't think it's worth it to him. The downside of coming back to Wrexham and it doesn't work destroys all the momentum of the first 6 months he's had.
Yeah.
Whereas it's working where he is. Why would he change? If he can stay there for another 6 months and then he's on free, he might be the top goal scorer in the league.
They're chanting his name. They love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam Dalby has 10. Bruce Anderson has from Kilmarnock has 8, and Fukushima has 8 as well. So he's cleared by 2. He's doing well. I think it's good. Dundee are in 3rd place. They're 16 points off of Celtic, who lost today.
Dundee United.
Dundee United lost it. Sorry. Right. Sorry. So if I'm him, I'm like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to. And if he goes on a free, Patty, like you said, and Marie said, it goes more money in his pocket because
plus Dundee United. Think of the pressure from the fans up there.
Yeah.
To their management saying, "Get this guy."
Yeah.
Right. So they're dealing with that too.
And there was a comment earlier I was thinking of responding to as well, where it was saying, what if Dundee United are not willing to pay anything, knowing they can get him for a free in the summer? That's where playing the hard ball comes into it, because what Dundee United also don't want is they don't want to lose the top scorer in their league when they're in a position that they're in the top 3, and if they slide further down into 4th, then they're losing it on their table. They're not getting as the potential for European football.
And plus, if they wait until the summer, they're not going to be the only bidders for him.
Yeah,
potentially as well. Yes. His agent is going to turn around and say, okay, I'm going to get other bidders and I'm going to drive the money up, and Dundee United are going to pay it.
Yeah.
Are you going to go somewhere else? Maybe he could look, there's no reason that if he does really well in the remainder 6 months up in Scotland, one of the weaker championship teams might not come in for him. If they play a similar football and the top scorer in there, maybe. Because he'll be cheap as well without the fees.
Also, we're also talking about a couple $100,000. Not to sound like, listen.
Yeah, we're not talking about big money here either.
It's a couple $100,000,
Yeah,
and I agree with bring someone else and Goofy Splat. I want us to do that. I don't think Parkinson's going to bring in a striker. I'm more thinking that he's not going to do it. He doesn't want to.
I think Parky would be. I think he's looking for a striker. And people are saying, "Oh, well, Marriott's going to be back." Do you see that picture of Marriott's leg? It takes time to build up your calf muscle and everything. He's not going to be back till March, April. If people think he's going to be back at the end of January,
I said a month.
I can't believe that.
We have to be looking at buying in a higher level striker if one is available and if we can get a deal done. Now, we're not going to know whether we can get a deal done until later in the window, and we do have to make a decision on Dalby earlier. We can't leave it till the end of the window because they need to replace him if we're taking him back. So also, it's been stated the decision will be made after the match next weekend, after the 7th, and that is roughly where we were told for sure AO is staying with us last January.
Yeah. What? So on that note, too, talking about Patrick Bamford, Joe Gerhardt, like there's money. There's a big money. It's not going to happen. It's just fucking stupid. Also, too, can I just say something? We're in League One. We are not a Premier League or a Championship season. So everyone has to make the decision, and it rolls down to us. I'm sorry, that's what happens. Yeah. It really does.
Mertland, I was laughing at the comment there. If you want to bring it up. Parky will bring in 2 more midfielders and a defender, and all our heads will explode.
That's what I'm worried about.
Now, do you know what? As fun as that comment sounds, what has also been said is that we are going to upgrade when we can, in whatever position we can. So if that scenario happened, I would not be surprised at all if the right people fell in his lap, cheap, that happened to be available, or he could get a good deal on. I would not be surprised. And also, if he pulled a new defender and 2 more top-end midfielders that are championship level, now not just where we are.
Championship level. Sorry, I'm not.
Well, no, but think about what he did with McLean. He got a great deal on McLean.
Yeah.
Right, and he got a great deal on Mullen.
And I would not be surprised if that was enough to get us to second.
Sure, and I think that's the goal. Agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
And it's hard to put all your eggs in one basket. You go out and you spend $1 million on a striker, and he gets hurt. I mean,
I'll make
right now.
I'll make a beer bet he's not bringing a striker. I just have a feeling, and
I would not be surprised if he can't get a deal done at the level he's willing to pay.
Yeah, and of the strikers that are going to be available, because to get a striker in January is one of the hardest things to do.
Max has 6. Max has 6 goals, barring what? Barring what? Elliot Lee? Is it Elliot Lee? We have no. But
he may actually have the most now. I'm not sure.
He does now. He's a top goal scorer.
Oh God,
Max
with Elliot. With Elliot?
No, Max is the top now. It's 6.
Max is the top.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Could I take 2 things on there too? He talks about, and I'm sorry, I'm being negative tonight. I apologize. He talks about rotating the team, getting players in. Elliot Lee did not need to come on that game the other day, and he got re-injured again, and he didn't rotate the team. So that's my fear. My fear is with him. He's going to stay pat, and he's going to continue to go back to the well. And our depth is gone. That's another show I wanted to do. Our depth is deteriorated, so I hope we can come back. Those are things that I'm like, it baffle me. It really baffle me. But, at the end of the day,
well, Parky seems to be a very stay the course guy. He has a plan.
Yeah.
He stays with it. And it has worked. Okay, we can't, and it's worked not just for us, it's worked for other teams. So it's hard to argue with the man about that. And I'm sure he's thinking about, I had depth in this level and this, but Mendy was on the bench. He hasn't played him, so there's a lot of people that are still there, that they could come in and do something, right? So he's not quite on the ropes yet. He's on the ropes, and he's not even on the ropes for a striker, really. Our strikers aren't performing. Now, I didn't hear this whole thing about Palmer. Did he have a hissy fit on getting pulled?
Techie was there.
No one knows. To be honest, I think it's a lot of speculation. If he, in the past, Parky has tended to replace people at halftime when they're injured. Almost any time he replaces someone at halftime, they're coming off an injury. So it is also very possible that, he wasn't feeling great in his leg or whatever. He could have gone in the back and had a massage and not come back out. No one knows. Or he could have gotten really pissed at being pulled off.
Because that was a shocker. He brought in Fletcher at halftime. He doesn't do that.
He had Fletcher warming up at he has people warming up early, but he had him coming on at 35. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we were getting rinsed. So he had to come on. He was talking about 35 to come on. I think he did come on. Also, too, if you're getting ripped at halftime and you're going to be that much of a baby, and I'm sorry, that's bullshit. You play 65 minutes a game, and you come off at halftime. It's not like he came off at 25.
We don't know if that happened for sure. I do know that when he brought Fletcher at halftime, I think it shook the rest of that team up. Going, he's bringing Fletcher on at halftime, and all of them at the halftime talk, and then him doing that, they got their ass in gear.
Well, it doesn't go against your sub window, says John Mayer, which is good. But no, there's a lot of good stuff in the chat, by the way. But just FYI, it's a really good chat tonight. Why is a 22-year-old defender a better goal scorer than Palmer? I would sit Palmer and bring on Dalby. Paul Kelly, I'll pass this to you guys. Want to get forward to actually doing finding one that fits your budget and also is available in January. Our rare rocking horse shit, I believe.
That's why as well. In my head, if we just strengthen somewhere else, if we find 2 players that Parky thinks are suitable in other positions other than striker and strengthen the team.
And other than goalkeeper. Other
than goalkeeper, yes, that doesn't count anymore.
Yeah.
And we don't get a striker. Okay. I would almost prefer to get our new striker in the summer when we are promoted.
And there's more time.
Because there's more time and we can spend more money if it comes down to it. Because what if we're willing to spend 2 million now, which that's a fair enough figure, I think.
Let me pause right there because Humphrey said, "Do we spend the money now to go up?" He said it at the Casa, and then it'll replay ourselves in the summer. So he did say
yes, that. Assuming you can find the right person. Throwing money for the sake of it doesn't win you your auto promotion. So that's the caveat, as always, with a January window. You may not find what you need. So in my scenario here, if we can strengthen elsewhere just to make sure we don't have injuries or whatever, or people that could take over the role from whoever we have, McLean, maybe, whatever, whoever, depending on who's available. Smart players, we go for what we can find that does make the team better in the long term. And then instead of paying 2 million in January, hoping to find someone, we might be then willing to spend 4 million in the summer, you know, for our new striker, who is then absolutely going to be a number one, because now we're in the championship, you know, and knowing you're there, knowing the new income levels, knowing everything, you can probably spend 4 million in the summer on a target striker, a main striker to take over from everybody. And Mullen is simply out. It's just not him anymore.
Yeah, it's
you know,
not.
You're benched. Sorry. And that's the future.
To be fair, he does look sharper. You know, I don't know if you guys, he does look a little sharp. He's not scoring goals. He does look a little sharper. Although he should have went to concussion protocol there too. Bruce, what's going on? I think it's Bruce McFarland with a new thumbnail. Jack will be coming back as a Terrier role for starters in the Premier Palmer target role. The cupboard is a bit bare, absolutely. And Aaron, who is not coming in because he has the internet. Which striker role do you guys think is more important to get replaced? The Palmer or the
Palmer?
I think both.
Yeah. Which one though?
Oh, more.
Well,
more.
I have a question because I've noticed something different. I was watching some of the games from last season, and why is Mullen coming into the midfield so much? I mean, you can see Palmer hitting it ahead, and Mullen isn't there. He's in the midfield.
So he's getting frustrated, so he's dropping back, trying to take the ball to do something. Harry Kane used to do that at Tottenham a lot. He used to drop in and try to get the ball and do something. He should be up front, but you know that's my take.
Yeah, that is one. The other thing as well is often I see Mullen and he's right out at the sideline. I'm like, why on earth are you so far out there on your own? Because when you get that ball, there's no one there with you.
He's all alone. Yeah,
you're gonna have to do an entire run all the way back in. It's like that.
Also,
because Mullen, he's working his ass off. I mean, if you watch it, he's working his ass off.
Now, the one thing I will say for Mullen is he will look up and he will try and get the ball to someone else. So it's not like he's absolutely greedy with the ball once he gets it, and he will try and run it the entire way in. He will be looking to get somebody else in. He does, but he has been trying to cross into other people. I'm like, why are you even out there in the first place? Why are you getting the ball out there? That's not your job to be crossing in for other people.
That's how we got the Aaron James goal. You know, he went out there, got recovery, and then put it back in. You're right. But I think he's probably frustrated on several different levels. Goopy Splat says, I think Parky has to sign a striker. When a 36-year-old striker is our most threatening player going forward, that's all anyone needs to know.
Yes. Look, in principle, absolutely. That is what we need. But I don't want somebody who is brought into the team just because we need somebody and ends up being of the level of Jack Marriott.
Or
we have our Jack Marriott.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want 2 or 3 people of a similar level fighting for that role. I want someone to come in and to absolutely be better than Marriott and Mullen.
Well,
I want them to be number one, and I want Marriott and Mullen to be fighting to dislodge him.
Paddy, they let Mullen back on the field, right? And I'm thinking, okay, he could be hurt. Now, is he going to be able to play Saturday?
Well, if he got a concussion, maybe not.
He might have to
hold his neck.
Well, Elliot Lee is going to be interesting. I think Elliot Lee should have I don't think Elliot Lee would be starting, in my opinion. But so he might have to.
Well, if you've got Lee out, let's say on Saturday, and let's say they have to pull Mullen, who do you start?
Was Mo ill or injured, Patty?
He was
ill. So let's say he had the flu, which I'm like, who is he? Whose room was he sharing with? They're going to be ill now.
Yeah. So he'll probably put Rathbone up there if that's the case with a big striker with Palmer if he's not injured, right? I think that's probably what he'll do if Elliot Lee's not available.
The chess game.
If we had to.
Yeah.
Esteban says, I've consistently thought that Palmer was somewhat of a PR thing for the owners. He's a good-looking lad whom the owners have been promoting. I think the owners keep pushing Parky to play him.
No, I don't think so.
That's a good shout. I don't know. I mean, who the fuck knows? I mean, that's why I say.
Palmer has not been. He's not having goals, but he's done a good job this season for what Parky has put him into. He really has. He's not a striker, but whatever role he's playing, He's a big unit who is beating people up in the back, up front. He's beating them up. So that's fine. But it gets to the point where he's a striker. He's supposed to be scoring goals.
I'm not going to say what I want to say. I'm not going to say what I want to say. But no, I love you, Marie. No, good.
I know you do.
Patty loves
I'll still buy you a drink at the Cosm when we're playing.
John, if you want to move on there, John's question that you put up. The problem with FFP is it makes more sense to spend in League One than it does in the Championship. But then you have put your eggs in the basket that you must go up. Yes, that's true for most teams. I personally think we're in a different position in that we're not that worried about FFP. We have a lot of income coming in. We have money coming in. And I do not believe that we will just throw 15 million when we get into Championship. I don't see that at all. I think we're going to have to take 3 years in the Championship and grow every season. That if we get up there this season, that's going to be our limit for a couple of years. That will be the slowly build.
Yeah, because you've got
every time
training facility, you've got all the other stuff that's got to catch up.
I'll just say I just want to get out of League One and get. I think the Championship is my favorite league in the world, and so I just want to get there. And then we'll figure. And if we're I'm good, and then we'll figure out the rest. So that's my thing.
Oh, if you've got the opportunity to go up, that we have right now, I think you throw the kitchen sink at it and you try and get up, because who knows? There's teams that are in League One from last year that thought, well, we'll go up next year. Well, guess what? They're not even in the top of the table, right?
Yeah.
So if you've got the opportunity, you try to go up, and I'm sure that's what they're all thinking. I'd be surprised.
And I absolutely agree with that if the right player becomes available.
Yes.
So for me,
you shouldn't just spend money to spend money.
Yes, but also the caveat on that I would throw at the club is if that player is available, I don't really care how much you get spanked on buying him. Yeah. If he's the right player, pay the money. Yeah. Don't do something stupid and worry about a couple of 100,000 here or there. If you have the right player.
But if
you don't.
Who was it with Arsenal a few years ago? I'm not sure the player. They were like, his release fee was like, I don't know, does it say 20 million and $1? And they were like, yourself, it's almost an insult. Just pay the money and get rid of it. Just do it.
Yeah. What date in January do you think we'll see the HP printer go off?
Sure. Well, my lucky number is 13. So there you go.
Yeah. That was my daughter's water polo number. 13 is her lucky number. So.
I don't know if it's going to go off. I'm just quite. I don't know. I could be way off. I don't know, Patty.
I think it'll go off for somebody. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a striker. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't go off at all.
I would too. I think it's later, though. I think so.
If we don't bring in 2/3 players of top quality anywhere, I don't care where ultimately it ends up. If we can't find 2/3 players to bring in this window who are suitable, then I'm really going to start questioning our team.
Especially with everything they've said that the players are coming to us.
Flat out. They want to come, they want to play. That's stretching the elastic band of stubbornness, in my opinion. And Wayne says a defender who's the top scorer and a striker who is a good defender. Maybe swap them over.
Yeah. We're not giving them.
There you go. Well, I mean, not 15. Well, until the financial rules tighten next year in League One. Yeah,
we still have the money.
We have the money.
We still have the money. I don't think that's. And we're not buying big. That's the thing, is we're not buying huge money at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I still think like the 15 million, and I'm not calling you out, John, for Birmingham. 15 million for Jay. I mean, what? $15 million for a pound? That's insane. It's just it's fucking League One, It's Ozo or Aubameyang.
But they're not buying for League One, so
they're buying for the next one.
Yeah, they're just willing to pay the wage for 1 year. Simple as that. Look, and that's fine. But I'm telling you guys, if Birmingham messed this up, that would be the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah, and there's a chance because we're up there, Wycombe's up there. Birmingham, for the amount of money, John, I know you're listening, but for the amount of money you spent, you should be running away with this thing.
Yeah.
And John had another comment there. He said that he doesn't think we can afford not to buy in a player.
I agree.
The general sentiment, I do agree. However, in this scenario that we don't get our striker and don't buy a striker in, we are still within touching distance of that second position. So it's still a possibility. And if you consider where we were just coming into the league this season, we will, without buying anybody, we should still end up in the playoff spots. In which case, we still have a shot of going up. So let's not say the sky is falling in here.
Oh, it's not. I mean, think about it. As I said, I was watching back a lot of old games, and I was watching back a lot of interviews, and everyone was so, if we can end up mid-table, and everyone's so excited. And now we've been, second, now we're third, and everyone's like, the sky is falling. The sky is not falling. The sky is amazing.
We're trying to prevent from being in the playoffs, by the way, for sure. Goofy Spot says 22nd of January, Harry Cornick. And I want to get to this comment here, but I also want to say, Wickham are getting players recalled from bigger teams. So, that's going to affect them. Caleb, the 21-year-old defender, that's what I was talking about. So, got to look out for that stuff, too, what's happening in the league. And this one's interesting here. Recanted Forger. Am I the only one that believes Wrexham go up with the tools we have? I think we just have to use them a little differently, like getting Fletch in sooner.
No. I think we can.
Yeah.
The question is, do I think it's likely? No.
You go with the odds.
Yeah, going with we are playing with the odds here a little bit. Can we go up? Yes. Because once we stay in the top 6, we have a shot of going up because it's 2 matches or in the playoffs or 2 teams, to beat.
Yep.
And you're up there anyway. So
and who's hot
of course we can.
And who's hot at that time? Crawley,
and who's hot and who's not, everything else. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How's Wickham doing? How's Birmingham doing? What's going on? Did Stockport, is it Louis Barry they're going to probably lose? What did they buy? All this Huddersfield.
If you're in the playoffs, right, and you're, I don't know, let's say Northampton, and you won 5 in a row, and you're feeling hot, and you go into the playoffs, and someone's dropped a couple, they can go up. So, but that's a risk. You're playing the lottery at that point. So I think we want to prevent that too.
You want to put the best odds you can. So it's 50. Yeah. Let's say it's 50%. We could go up with the team we have. Let's say 45%. We get in a couple of good extra people, boots it up to 70%. You do it.
Again, he's got to use them, though. He has to use them. You want to take that one on, Patty? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's fair. That comment from John there, absolutely. And his other one then as well, about 15 million on a 7-year contract. FFP 2 million-ish a year. Yeah, that's the way to play it. They're copying Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea model.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He will play players right. I mean, Palmer, he signed Palmer, and Palmer played the first game that he signed him. I just watched season 2 again.
Oh, well, yeah.
He walked right out. He met a couple of the guys, met the gaffer, and walked out on the field and played.
Yeah, Louis Barry's gone, by the way, and Paul says scares me if we bring a top end striker. Scares me if we bring in a top end striker. Then who does he play along? Palmer, Mullen, Dalby. Not sure if that works. My concern is I don't think that Parkinson wants to upset the apple cart up front. That's what I'm concerned about.
I don't think he's afraid of that. He took Palmer out after the first half. He's not afraid of upsetting the.
No, I'm saying in January.
And I think and that's the message he gave his players. I'm not afraid of upsetting the apple cart. So every player on the field knew they could be pulled if he didn't think they were doing their job. And I think that showed up.
I'm saying in the window, you bring in a player worth $3 million or £3 million, and he's going to start immediately. I don't know if that's in his makeup. I don't
think we're going to pay $3 million for anybody.
You know what I'm saying? In that regard, yeah. But
even 2 million, we buy someone for 2 million, they expect to play.
Yeah,
very simple. Yeah. And if we're not spending 2 million, then they're probably not worth buying in.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you're not spending 2 million, they're probably not better than what we have.
And is 2 million the whole budget? If it's 2 million,
we don't know. We
don't
know.
Player.
Yeah, Frankie S says amazing history can be made and is on the line for Wrexham. We always seem to come undone, as we have never done good homework on opponents over the last years. The side of things would be great to strengthen. I think we need to strengthen. I just, we need to do it too. But it's a good shout there. And Liz Jones says, I think we need to recall Darby simply to get the money for him. Yes, I agree. That from Dundee United. Do we know how close Marion is with returning? That will have influence on the new signings, right? Chat about that a little bit. What do you think?
I don't think he's going to be back before March. He's not going to be good enough. He's not going to be strong enough.
Probably not. Yeah,
these guys run on their legs.
Yeah, his ankle and his leg will be weak. It'll take him a while.
I hope he's back next week.
Yeah. Just go back to that question, because there was another part of that question as well. Yeah, about Dalby again. Bring him back to get some money for him. In theory, bringing him back will actually cost us money if they're paying half his wages. So could cost us 100 grand to bring him back if we don't get money for him.
Yeah, because they just get.
You know what I mean?
He's technically out of contract right now, so they need to.
He's in contract. We have to pay him.
No, he's in contract.
Right, but if he has 6 months left on his contract, they can sign him now for the summer. Correct? He can ride it out.
Yeah, he can sign for next summer if he wants to.
And if they did that, though, Josh, we would just bring him back and make him sit on the bench, or not sit on the bench.
Yeah. But would Dalby have the confidence to come back when he's on? He's feeling pretty confident right now. I mean, it's going to be an interesting situation for sure.
Well, anything can happen in football, right? He could get hurt. You're hot when you're hot, then you're not.
Yeah.
So he could come back, and he's hot right now. This is when the kid has to make his best play for his best career. And I certainly understand that.
I think
there's too much history with Dalby to bring him back. I don't care how hot he is.
I know. That's what I was saying. Everyone's like, he's the best. Like, we all didn't want him. You know what I mean? 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And I feel he's a person. I understand that. Yeah.
And Parky gave that kid so many chances. You could tell he really liked him. He saw it. Yeah. He saw the potential. It's unfortunate he didn't do it for us, but he saw the potential.
He had a great goal last night, though. Neil says makes no difference if he comes back. They are not the class we're looking for, and we're not bringing. Aaron says we're not bringing in a backup, but if we buy someone, I agree with that too. And Liz says Dundee United really want him. He wants to say it's a bluff to get some money.
Yeah, which is if you want to go the hardball route.
Yeah,
is you turn around and you tell them both. You tell Dalby and say, look, we want something out of this. We'll do you a deal. I wouldn't play hardball to be ridiculous money.
Yeah,
but talk to Dundee United, talk to him, and tell him, look, talk to your agent. I don't care what the agent is telling you. That we want something out of this. We sent you on loan. You're making the most out of it. Do your deal now, or wait till the summer. If you wait till the summer, then we bring you home and sit you on the bench.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing to do that or not. Like, we don't know whether the club is willing to do that.
Like I said, make a deal that's just, even if it's nobody makes any money, neither club, we're not making any money. Everybody saves face. The kid goes off to Dundee United. We say we've done a deal. Everybody's happy.
Well, I think we'll outward facingly want to, if we, like Patty said earlier, we care about the player, we care about the person, blah, blah, blah. And I said it earlier too. Let's see what we're really about in certain ways. And I have no either way. I just want to see what's going to. It's a very interesting debate that we're having too. And Esteban says, "Why do I keep hearing hummingbirds?" I think Marie's outside.
I am. Well, no, I've got my window open.
It's probably me tapping.
I heard that.
Okay. I'll put that down.
It was a great chat, though. I just wanted to come in and have a little bit. Could we spot a couple more here? He's gone on loan for a reason, because he's good enough. 25, he's in his prime. Just let him go, in my opinion. He could do it in League 2, so I doubt he can do it in League 1. I agree with that. And recanted forger. I think we get Arthur back at 90%. We'll go back to having a few clean sheets and probably pick up a few more points. Howard's doing great. He's, glad we have him.
Well, he is.
Well, he is doing, but that was a good point. I think, Josh, you brought up the other day. He is of a certain age.
Yes.
We've asked him to play a lot of games close together. So Saturday, are we going to see Howard or are we going to see Arthur?
Oh, God, I hope it's Arthur.
I think it's going to be Arthur because I think Howard is going to be tired, man. I think he's going to be tired.
I give Howard his due every time he pulls off a great save, and he has done well.
He did one the other day.
And I just said to yourself as well, look, no, he has done well, but the truth is we're rolling the dice with Howard.
Yes,
every time we're rolling the dice, and we have been hitting, and we've been lucky.
Not this last game. It could have been.
Yeah, but I don't blame Howard for the last game.
The first goal, I think Arthur could not have gotten that either. But I think the second goal, I think Arthur could have got.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was making a bit of an argument that he was too planted and he wasn't adjusting as the player was coming in with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been moving over, in my opinion, but I'm not a professional goalie. Could be wrong.
He's probably moving as fast as he could.
No, he didn't move at all. He didn't move at all. So no, I don't think it was that. But yeah, I'm amazed at what he's done. I really am. He's pulled off some great saves.
He's a good goalkeeper, a good leader. Yeah. Admire the hell out of him. But 38 years old, I think throw him in this game on Saturday, man. I don't know how many massages you give that guy. He's going to be stiff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's right in the treatment room right there. Patty agrees with you. But Sam agrees with Patty. And rectified second goal, 100% Arthur would have stopped. and Dahl will be starting the Shrewsbury game. Mark my. I think AO will probably be back on Saturday. I do. I have a feeling. I think he probably wanted to wait till the Port Vale game, but I think he's back on Saturday. I think so.
The one thing I was going to say that I didn't get around to saying yet as well is I am a little bit surprised they haven't made the decision on Dalby yet.
Why the 7th? They said it today on the show. Why the 7th? I don't understand. What is that all about?
Well, after the next match. Maybe because that's when it's contracted. Because if you recall last season, there was a lot of questions with AO. And do we have a clause in there that they can take him back? When is it? What is the window? What is the timeline? And it was early. It was early in the window. We got the official confirmation that the date had passed, which I think was around the 7th to the 9th.
Yeah.
That he's staying with us. He has not been recalled. Because obviously the team that has him on loan need time to replace him if we take him away. Mm-hmm. So there has to be an early date in the window for make your decision on the loan.
Double checked the actual contract dates because who was it we thought was out of contract and wasn't?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Well, we all know it was Tozer. No, it was McFadden.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Do you know what? If someone goes and checks that loan contract, they might already own him. He might already be their player.
And that's why he's playing.
Yeah. They should go and check that loan agreement a bit closer.
So
I wouldn't be surprised.
If we have to recall him before a certain date, say the 7th, and we don't, then he's theirs, kind of a thing.
Yeah. No, what'll happen is that we'll recall him on the 7th. And then someone will look at the contract and say, actually, no, you signed him over to us with that loan. That's not a loan agreement. That's a sale agreement. You put it on the wrong piece of paper.
I mean, Patty, let's cut that part out there. Let's cut that part out. It's live. We're live. Pip Carmen's talking about being third string. Also, yes, please remember to hit the like and subscribe. Yes, please like and subscribe. And Rectus, I hope AO is back on Saturday as long as he's fully fit. Pip Carmen says, yeah, he's doing a job.
Yeah, so my point was, I'm actually surprised they haven't just made the decision already and told him he can stay.
Yeah, they're not going to tell us.
What are they waiting for? What decision needs to be made?
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
That's a surprising one to me. And you were saying, well, what happens if Palmer's injured? The reason he didn't come back out to the bench is nothing to do with a fight or an argument. He went in and he was hurt, and he can't make the next match.
Well, the good thing is we know Fletcher can go 45 minutes as opposed to 10.
Well,
yeah.
Well, he'll start
2 in a row.
But could he do 90?
Can he do 2 in a row?
Not he talks about his knee publicly, so that's my nervous. Like 45 minutes.
So if
he's in the room getting a massage with Howard.
Yeah. Well, honestly, listen, we would have scored a few. Their keeper had a great game. You know, we played like shit in the first half, but their keeper played very, very well. Very, very well. And, you know, we were unlucky at times.
Their keeper played okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
I think he played.
Okay,
he was in the
some
right
of our shots
place.
weren't amazing.
A couple of shots, he was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. You mean good positioning?
Good positioning.
Yeah. Good positioning, and then we didn't put it in a difficult position either.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bit from column A, bit from column B.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Max the best defender and offensive tool Wrexham have at the moment? God, I don't. No, maybe numbers. Yeah.
That was interesting, that last game, because we had O'Connell, then we had O'Connor back. He'd been up in the midfield, came back. Then we had Max, and then Owen wasn't having a good game. Do you think that unsettled the back three, that their center defender wasn't having a good game, and Max was worried about that because he's very young?
I think Max gets nervous on the ball. I think Max is a great defender. I think that's great.
They weren't playing. Yeah, they weren't playing the way they usually play with the confidence at the back. They really, something was wrong. And that's why I think during that game I said, you need to bring Scar on, because he doesn't push the ball up as far, but he's, I think, a better defender. And I was surprised that Parky didn't bring Scar on.
Yeah, but
unless he has a knock, who knows?
He's been on the bench how many games now, guys? In a row?
The last
all of them?
4?
I think he's been on the bench all of them. I mean, the one who never gets any burn is Rev and Fall. And so Rev, Scar, and Fall are like the three guys that are on the bench always and never get on the game. But
Fall got on. Not the one before. And he actually didn't look bad, to tell you the truth. He didn't do it. When he had the ball, he wasn't looking terribly bad. I thought, if you give this guy some time, I think he's going to be okay.
He's going to be. I think he's going to be a really good player. Hip Karma, you're welcome. And Aaron, last one here, then we'll get out of here. We went over an hour and 20. We could, in theory, bring Dalby back on somewhat of a short trial and play. Oh, Jesus.
Aaron. What water have you been drinking in Florida, Aaron?
It is true.
It's you could. Technically, you could bring him back on the 7th, have him go on the 31st before games, you know. It's so harsh.
Then as the team bus is driving, just stop someplace in the middle of nowhere and let him off the bus. Is that what we do?
Yeah. Here you go. Yep. Yeah, here you go.
Do you know, I'll tell you this much, it wouldn't be the first time stuff like that happened. You get a phone call on the team bus saying, yeah, we've agreed to give you back to Dundee. Tell the coach driver you're getting off. Get a taxi.
It has not happened.
Oh, it has happened.
No.
Yeah, Aaron's our Billy Bean. You're not playing for us tonight. You're going to go play for the other team. You're not pitching against us. Yeah, he's definitely our Moneyball guy.
We've had I don't remember who it was, but I remember hearing the story. There was a player who was on the way here to sign his contract, agreed everything over the phone. And on the way, he got another phone call from a different team and just went there instead.
Oh, God.
So
made a U-turn.
This sort of stuff happens all the time.
It's happened. Well, it's been a good chat. We've been an hour and 20 here. I'm glad. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Patty. Good to kind of see you, Marie, from so Marie. But we have a game coming up on Saturday, and then we'll do. Sorry, the Wrexham time. I was like, it's New Year's. I don't want everyone to sit around, but we'll have shows between now and then as well.
Hey, I was going to ask the cup game. Is that Tuesday?
Thursday.
Is it broadcast anywhere? Because I was looking and I can't find it. It's not on Paramount. I didn't see it on ESPN.
The Jimmy Bag of Donuts.
Yes, I don't see it anywhere.
I buy it on iFollow, right, Patty?
I looked on iFollow. I didn't see it there either.
No, you're kidding.
It's got to be someplace, and it's just me. But if you guys can double check me,
I'm looking right now.
Anybody want to do an update on our prediction scores? No.
I've been totally out of it. Go ahead. Are you winning? I always like saying.
Yeah, I'm winning.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm even checking Ken's results because he's been leaving me shy a few points here and there occasionally.
Double check. Yeah, I've come back into reality here.
So now I'm in the delete. I have to pay attention.
I thought the game was on Tuesday. Or was it on Thursday?
No, it's on Tuesday. You're right. I'm just trying to look on the iPhone. Sorry, Patty. I'm just checking.
Okay.
It is not on. Okay, here we go.
It's not on iFollow. I didn't see it on Paramount. Didn't see it on ESPN Plus. I don't see it on Soccer Live. All I see on Soccer Live is Sky.
Okay, this is troubling.
Yes. So
I'm gonna be big mad if we don't win that Peterborough match.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna be happy.
Like I agree with you. We should at home. Posh, they're in trouble. They have a clean sheet. Ashley was here earlier. Yeah. There's no game here. I don't know what. We'll look into it though. Yeah, we'll look into it.
Does anybody want to hear my prediction for that match for the weekend?
I was just
I'll give it to you early.
Okay.
5-0.
Aye.
Ooh. Well, it depends. Who's our goalkeeper?
AO will be in. Watch.
If it's AO, I'm going 3-0. That we'll win 3-0.
I think we'll win. I'm a scorer, but I think we'll win. I think there might be if there's something in the Palmer stuff, we might see something different. But I think Elliot Lee should not. I think Elliot Lee will be out. We'll see. But it'll be an interesting game. So fun. I'm excited for it. I have to be back home and do it. All right.
Hey guys, I'm out of here. So on
All
that
right.
bombshell.
All right, Marie. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, brother. Let's get everyone out of here. Good to see you. Hope all is well.
Take care, everyone.
We'll catch up later. And on that bombshell, we'll see you all soon.